Let me explain you the ninth program to read and display the student's profile using scanf and printf statement. So we're going to read the student's details and we are going to display it back on the screen. So how to do this program? So the first part is about documentation. So this program is about the student's details. So let me give the name as student's details. Then include the header file that is for standard input output operation, that is stdio.h. Then include the main function and define the main function. So in this program, we are just going to read the name of the student. So it is of type character and it is an array which is going to accept more than one character from the student. So it may be of 250 characters are possible and allowed for the user to enter it. So the next detail is about date of birth, and this is also of type character. And so here we are going to say the limited characters are within 50. And the next detail is about we are going to ask the gender of the student, and so the size of male and female, how many alphabets are there, like FEMALE, that is a maximum 7. So you can mention the limited size is 7. And the next type is next detail, we are going to ask the address of the student. So it is of 250 characters we are going to say. And then we are going to ask the student to enter his 10th percentage and 12th percentage. So two variables are needed, and we are going to ask his maths, physics, chemistry marks of 12th standard. So three variable, maths, physics and chemistry, and we are going to find out the average of the marks. So these are the required inputs and the type of its inputs are defined. So now we go for prompting the user to enter one by one details. So we are going to ask enter name. So this is going to be followed by a slash n and for inserting a new line for formatting. So in a scanf statement, you're going to read the input which is of type character array. So here it is called a string. So percentage yes. The first part specifier is mentioned. The second part the variable name. So name. So like that, the second data is about ask them to enter date of birth. So a new line is going to be added. Read the value, and it is of type percentage yes. Enclose it in double quote comma. Mention the second part, the variable name, that is date of birth, DOB. And the next part is about asking the user to enter gender slash n double quote and ask them to enter it. So in a scanf statement, so what is the percentage yes specifier, and mention the variable name, that is gender. And the next value we are going to read from the user is about 10th percentage, 10th and 12th percentage. So these are the details together we are going to collect. So in a scanf statement, I will quote, it is of type specifier, that is percentage D for integer, and the two variables. So mention the order of the variable and mention the variable name correctly, TP, TWP. And this is a part of reading these values. The next part is about ask them to enter maths, physics, chemistry marks. So you can insert a slash n at the end. So here also one slash n at the end. Now you go for writing the scanf statement to read these values. So 3% D, which is of the variables of type integer, and 3% D, and mention the variable name, that is max. The first value is max, the second is for physics, and the third one is for chemistry. That's all. So the next part is you have to calculate the average. So what is average? Here you're going to add three values, that is maths, physics and chemistry. And that value is divided by 3, so that is the average. Um, so now we can start displaying the value back to the user. So just for formatting, okay, so I'm just adding some of the stars, students details, just to differentiate from all other inputs. So all the inputs have been read from the user. Now we are going for one by one printing statement. Okay, so in after this statement, the next output is going to be displayed. So include a slash n at the end. Now we can start printing one by one value. For example, here name. So what is the name of the person? That is of type string. So that is available in a variable name, and semicolon. And after this display of this value, the next value, so that is that is about date of birth. So before that you need a slash, so insert a new line. So give slash n, date of birth, and it is of stripe string, so percentages, comma, mention the variable name, that is DOB. And the next statement is for printing. So new line followed by gender. So gender, it is of percentage yes, comma, ampersand, gender. And the next printf statement is for printing out the 10th and 12th marks, slash n, 10th marks. So here you want to print 10th marks, and followed by the next line 12th marks. And here comes the percentage D, you have to give the value in this place you want to print, comma, mention the variable, that is 10th percentage, and sorry, here there is no ampersand in a printf statement, it is TP, comma, TWP. The next statement is for printing, displaying max, how much marks. So max percentage D, and slash n, another value max physics, colon percentage D. So here comes the values you want to print, a new line you want to add, max physics, and chemistry. So chemistry, what is the value? That is of type integer, slash n. The average also, average also you want to print it here, so it is percentage D, and enclose it. So that's all about this program, right? So this is the final part, and you have to mention the variable now. So max, it is physics, and the order is chemistry, comma, average, that is the final value, and enclose this. So just for confirmation, you can verify that, and now save the program and run the program. Compile the program using cc filename.c. So now what are the errors are encountered? Here chemistry R is missing, and somewhere brackets, and where it is missing we are going to find out. So in the program chemistry, somewhere I have missed out the spelling as chemistry. So it is supposed to be chemistry. So in this part, the variable naming is case sensitive. Compile the program once again. And there is an expected identifier, that is a bracket before this token is missing. So find out where is the identifier, anywhere semicolon is missing. You have to find out, or double quote, or in which line number that you can able to find out. after editing this program, the reading part and the printing statements. So I have missed out in the printf statement. I done a mistake. That is, the average variable is declared as avg, but I have defined it as average, average, like that. So and one more phrases, also extra phrases were there, so that has been removed. Now these errors are rectified, and now we can go for compiling the program. So how to compile the program? cc details.c, and if there is no error, you can go for run the program ./a.out. So I'm going to enter the name of the person as Ram. His date of birth is 7th January 1994. Gender, that is male, and 10th percentage, that is 80, and 12th percentage is 90, and the max physics chemistry marks, so 120, 180, and 200. Out of 200 I'm entering, and what is the final average, so that is calculated, and all the details are printed and displayed one by one after this students details. So this is how you have to do this program. And additionally, this program can be extended by adding some of the details, like they may ask you to include the email id, the type is character, and phone number, it is of type integer, and you can restrict the size of the data type by 10 digits, so it is 10. So like that, you can, this program can be modified by adding some other details also you can ask. And this part we can do more formatting, and all the labels in one edge, and the mark should come, and the colon should come to one line, and then followed by the values. So like that, you can do formatting here.